Hey there, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. My name is Raven, and today we are going to be doing an anniversary weekend vlog. Our anniversary is at the end of October, so we had a little staycation for our anniversary and for Halloween, which is always just a really good combo. Zach took the Monday and Tuesday off so that we could have a date on the day of our anniversary and a scary movie marathon on Halloween. Saturday morning I started the day off with some coffee before making cinnamon rolls. It was such a pretty day and just very nice clear weather, and this was also during college football season, which is Zach's favorite time of the year. So while he was watching football, I was working on the knit beanie that he requested before our anniversary. He requested this a couple of months in advance, thank goodness, because it took me a really long time just to get everything ready to even work on it. I had done a color work beanie for him last year or the year before, and it was just 2 colors. This was 4 colors, so it was a little more complicated, and I was using sport weight yarn instead of worsted weight, which is what I almost always use. It was altogether just very different feeling, and I really messed up the first 2 swatches before I even calculated out a whole pattern and everything, and things probably would be easier if I would stop trying to do everything myself and just look for a pattern, but I am who I am. I had finished the color work part of the beanie, so all I had left to do was the decreases, which doesn't take me long at all. I didn't realize that the pumpkins weren't evenly spaced out until I had finished doing all of them. I blame the fact that this was black yarn on black needles, and it was really easy to miscount, and there's probably a good chance that I was doing this at night after I had taken my nighttime medication. Terrible decision, but understandable consequences. We ordered Zaxby's for lunch. Their Philly chicken sandwich is way better than it has a right to be, and that's not just from me with my high opinion of loving chicken sandwiches. My husband does not like chicken sandwiches very much, and he actually is the one that keeps wanting to get this more and more. It's really good. After eating, I settled in with a book and read while Zach watched more football. Saturdays are just his football day, and it's fine. I like to just have him around while I do whatever it is that I want to do anyways. And I was reading this book, which was so enjoyable. I picked up the first book, Belladonna, a couple of weeks before, and I thought that I might not like it very much, but I had a feeling that I should get it anyways, which I don't normally follow through, but I loved this book so much, and I basically read it in a day or two, which isn't something that I do very often, and I wasn't mentally prepared for. I loved it so much, and Zach told me when I got Belladonna that I should go ahead and get Foxglove. But I refused because, one, what if I don't like the first book? And two, the first book was only in stores in paperback, and the second book was still only in stores in hardback. But when I finished Belladonna, I wanted to go get the next book so bad that I didn't even care about how terrible it would be to have one paperback and then one hardback. I needed the next book immediately. My spouse was very happy to have been right, and I was happy to have my books. And then I finished Foxglove, and I felt like looking up the author on Instagram, and tragically discovered that the third book was going to start pre-orders like 2 weeks after I finished reading this. So, I regret to inform you that it is not just a duology where my first book is paperback and the sequel is hardback. No, it's a 3-part series, and I'm gonna have to deal with having 1 paperback and 2 hardbacks. I know, it's terrible. Your thoughts and prayers are appreciated so much. Anyways, back to the actual vlog. Zach went to his grandmother's on Sunday to visit sort of that morning and afternoon, and I decided to set up my office to do my nails. I've stopped using Gel X because I wanted to grow my nails out instead, and I have issues with taking the nails off in a way that doesn't rip my nails off because I'm too impatient. My nails are not long by most people's standards, however, as a recovering nail biter, these are long for me, and I'm really proud, and I really liked having these sparkly nails. It made me really happy. When Zach got home, we started watching the Insidious movies. The weekends before this, we were watching all of the Conjuring series in chronological order, which is sort of becoming our spooky season tradition. And while we watched, I had to keep my hands busy, so I worked on my sweater. I tried to sit on the couch with Zach so that we could cuddle and it could feel like a cute little date night. But Mayhem does not approve of me sitting on the couch. Gets kind of grumpy and nippy if I don't sit in my assigned spot at night, so I had to move down to the floor where she could supervise me properly, because if she can't see Mom, is Mom really there? No. Monday was the actual day of our anniversary, so this was officially our date day, and the weather was perfect and gloomy and chilly and just everything that we were hoping it would be. We started the outing off with Starbucks. I feel like it's been a while since I've enjoyed my coffee orders from Starbucks, so I went with a chai frappuccino, and I add my order to the screen in case you're interested in how I customize things. And I think I got like a chocolate croissant or something to snack on. We went to PetSmart next. We were hoping to find a treat dispensing toy because the rabbits broke their Weeble Wobble and they haven't been able to have a puzzle to eat their dinner out of, which I like giving them the enrichment for. They didn't have anything even remotely close to what we wanted in any of the toy sections. We went through all of the puppy sections, and the closest we found were the Kong things that really would not work for Rabbit. So we didn't actually buy anything, but we did stop to look at the animals. Zach had to be reminded that he doesn't like cats very much because he got really attached to the 3 royal babies that were available for adoption. But I don't think that Mischief would do well with cat siblings. Or maybe he would. It's really hard to tell with him. He's very obstinate and needy. Then we went to Target. I think we were just going for something boring like body wash, but the store was really slow and quiet, so we took our time looking at stuff. We both really like looking at kitchen stuff. Zach is the cook of the house, and I am the one who wants to start baking, but don't really bake as much as I would like to. The main goal of today's outing was to eat lunch at our favorite place. We spent all summer saying how we couldn't wait for it to be cold enough to get ramen, and I'm genuinely pleased that on the day of our anniversary, when we had planned and budgeted for us to go out and eat, it was nice and perfect and cold and cloudy because we've really been planning this for almost 2 months. I got the crab kami roll and the spicy chicken ramen with an extra egg and mushrooms. I dream about this ramen. It's so good. And we were sleepy when we got home, so we just watched movies in bed, starting with the new Haunted Mansion on Disney. I personally prefer the first one, but I did like the references to the ride. I haven't been on this ride since I was a kid, but I still randomly dream about certain parts of it. Mostly nightmares, but like sometimes it's fun nightmares. Tuesday, aka Halloween, was the last day Zach had off, so this was almost the end of our little mini staycation. I started the morning off by picking up our mess from the night before and stopping to make sure I organized the vlog footage. I've gotten a lot better at this, thank goodness, but it's one of the million things that you have to exert mental energy to stay on top of that ADHD not always super friendly with. And then I just spent most of the morning knitting. I decided to break some bread in this afternoon. I've been testing a couple of recipes to try and find one that I like as like a weekly sandwich bread. With the price of groceries going up, it feels a little bit better of an option than buying, mostly because we both have really expensive taste in bread, and I've been feeling less burnt out and more able to do things I enjoy, so I've been enjoying baking more regularly. ended our spooky weekend by watching Casper and taste testing the bread. Overall, it was a really fun weekend. Money is getting tighter for us, like it is for a lot of people, but we just tried to make the best of what we could afford to do, and we got to spend a lot of time with each other doing all of our favorite things. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit like and maybe subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I hope you're having a wonderful day, or that tomorrow is better, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.